So here the definition is every planar graph divides the plane into the connected areas called the regions, and here one graph is given which is a planar. And now check that how many connected areas to the inside of the graph, and one is you have to consider for outside. So inside my connected area hai, by using this triangle, let us say a first region, that is the second one, it is a third one, and it is a fourth one. Okay, how many block? There are 4 block are mentioned in this inside the graph, and one is for outside region, okay, of this planar graph. So there is fifth regions are exist in this planar graph, and region is also known as a faces. So you can also say there are 4 faces available in the inside, and fifth one is a outside. So it is known as the interior faces. 1, 2, 3, 4 are interior faces, and the outside of the graph, okay, region lying the outside the graph, that is known as the exterior faces. So here fifth one is exterior faces, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is a interior faces. And then after we take one graph here which is a non-planar. So here we cannot mention 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, that is a not true. We cannot identify, we cannot define regions for a non-planar graph. So first you have to convert to the planar graph if it is possible. Then at last we say it is a non-planar, so we cannot define regions for non-planar graph. Okay. So for example, if we consider a K4, so if we take K4 is such type of graph, suppose K4 का graph मैंने लिया यहाँ पे, so now at that situation is a non-planar because these two edges are cross here. So here we cannot define a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that is not true. Why it is not true? Because non-planar graph में आप region define नहीं कर सकते. So first you have to convert to the planar form. So as we know that we can easily embed K4 to the planar. Okay, पहले आपको K4 का planar graph create करना है, and then after you can mention the region. So I remove this edge which are crossed with the inside, and I draw to the outside. So now it is a planar form, and now check how many connected areas. So it is a 1, let us say, it is a 2, it is a 3, and 1 is for outside. So now it is a correct. Okay, and here this graph of K33, as we discussed in the Kurotowaski's graph, and we know that K33 is a non-planar, means we cannot embed this graph to the planar, and therefore we cannot place the regions in such a way. Okay, it means it is a incorrect. So this definition was discussed, and then after was check this Euler formula, and by using induction rule we can prove this formula. What is the data we have? The statement of this formula is a connected planar graph with n vertices, e edges, and f is a number of faces. Then n minus e plus f is equal to 2. Okay, it is defined only for a connected planar graph. If it is a non-planar graph, then we cannot verify this formula. क्या वेरीफाई करना है आपको इसमें? नंबर ऑफ वर्टाइज कलेक्ट करना है, नंबर ऑफ एजेस चेक दैट, एंड पुट नंबर ऑफ फेज. सो n माइनस e प्लस f का आंसर आपको क्या मिलेगा? ऑलवेज 2. Okay, so that is a verification form. So now we have to prove that. So how we can prove? So we'll apply the induction rule on the number of edge in the graph. Okay, you have to check the number of edges, various type of graph we have, and now we'll check this result to the number of edges in the graph. So how we can use the induction rule? So there are 3 steps to prove this result. In the step 1 में आपको क्या करना है? In the step 1 we will check this result for initial values of the e, means e equal to 0, e equal to 1, e equal to 2, and so on. These are the starting values of the edges. So verify this result for the graph involve e equal to 0 means no any edges, e equal to 1 means 1 edges, e equal to 2, and so on. And in step 2 आपको एक रिजल्ट एज्यूम करना है. कौन सा रिजल्ट एज्यूम करना है? कि दिस स्टेटमेंट इज वैलिड फॉर, दिस स्टेटमेंट इज वेरीफाइड, means this statement is satisfied for all the graph which contain the e edges. ठीक है, which contain the edges is equal to e, means सभी ग्राफ जिसमें e एज है उस ग्राफ के लिए फॉर्मूला वर्क कर रही है, ठीक है। दिस सपोज दैट द फॉर्मूला वर्क्स फॉर ऑल द ग्राफ विथ नो मोर देन ई एजिस का मतलब क्या हुआ कि अप टू द ई एजिस, ठीक है, अप टू द ई एजिस। And by using this assumption, we'll prove that in the step 3, this formula is true for all the graph which contain the e plus 1 edge, ठीक है। अगर e plus 1 के लिए प्रूव हो गया तो e के लिए भी प्रूव हो जाएगा। Okay, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let's start that. That is, in second step, we have to suppose that. And now, after we consider one graph which contain the e plus 1 edges, okay? The graph contain e plus 1 edges. So there are two cases for such type of graph. In first case, we consider a graph of tree, and in another case, we'll consider which is not a tree, okay? So here we consider one graph of tree with e plus 1 edges, and tree has no cycle. That is definition of tree. Okay, if you consider this shape, it is a connected graph without any cycle. Okay, it is a connected graph without any cycle. So there is no any connected areas. Okay, what is means of no cycle? Means there is no any connected areas. So how many faces the tree has contain? Only one faces, and that is the exterior faces. Okay, this graph contain only one faces, means every tree contain only one face. So thus f is equal to 1, and also in a tree with e plus 1 edges. ग्राफ में e plus 1 edge है, तो इसमें वर्टाइज कितने होंगे? तो here we will use the one theorem of unit number 4. ये ट्री का ग्राफ है which contain the n vertices. So how many edges the graph will contain? n minus 1 edges. Okay, this tree contain always n minus 1 edges. So in place of n minus 1, we have e plus 1 value. So how many vertices the graph will contain? अगर n के लिए n minus 1 एज है तो e plus 1 के लिए कितने वर्टेक्स होंगे? That will be the e plus 2. Then we remove the minus 1 and we get e plus 1 quantity. Okay, so vertices will contain e plus 2. So now use this data to the formula n minus e plus f. So n we have e plus 2, edges we have e plus 1, and the faces is equal to 1. So e plus 2 minus of e plus 1 plus 1. And now remove the bracket. So that will be right e plus 2 minus e minus 1 and plus 1, and remove the common value. So after removing the common values, e and minus e minus 1 plus 1, the remaining is a 2. So that is verified. Okay, so case 1 is valid. And now in case 2, we will consider one graph which is not a tree, means it contain one cycle. So let us consider one graph which include a one cycle. Okay, that is arbitrary any graph you can consider here, not a fixed. You have to use this graph only. That is arbitrary any graph you can use. So let us mention the vertices a, b, c, d, and the fifth one is a e. And now this graph G, right now it contain e plus 1 edge. And now there is one procedure to prove this result. G contain at least one cycle, so that is a cycle here a, b, c, d, a, and pick up edge p, that's on cycle, and remove the p to create a new graph G dash. So let us consider one edge p of this cycle. So between a and b there is a edge, and after we'll remove this edge to create a new graph. So this is a new graph. Okay, this is a new graph of that. And now there is so now this remove the p and we create a G dash. That is a G dash. And when we remove the p, HP, we merge this both the region. And now check the regions for both graphs. So this first graph contains the two regions because there is one cycle there. So inside there is a one block, and second one is for exterior. So this contains the two region. And when we remove the p, 1 and 2 region, because 2 is exterior, 1 is interior. So when we remove the P, 1 and 2 will be both merged. So the second graph G dash contain only one region. Okay. So from this data, okay, when we start this graph, okay, G contain E plus 1 edges, and after removing the 1 edge P, we get a G dash, and now G dash contain only E edges. So what does it mean? Okay, here assumption we can apply. Assumption that we assume at the starting, okay, this formula is a work for all such graph up to the E edges. ठीक है, अप टू द ई एजिस के लिए फॉर्मूला वर्क कर रही है. तो व्हाट डज इट मीन कि यहाँ पे Euler formula work करेगी, that is n minus e plus f, that is equal to 2, and there is a g dash graph there. So here we use the new notations for the formula, n dash minus e dash plus f dash is equal to 2. ठीक है, and here now we derive the relations between the two graph. So mean vertex relation, edges relation, and phase. So as we know that both vertices contain the same number of vertices, because हमें यहाँ पे कोई vertex delete नहीं किया है. So n dash is equal to n, e dash is equal to e. Why it is same? Because when we remove the p from the graph G, we create a G dash. So after removing the p, both contain the same number of edges, means e dash is equal to e. And now f dash is equal to f minus 1, means the graph G contain the two faces and G dash contain one faces, means G dash has one fewer regions than the G. So f dash is equal to f minus 1, and replace this data to this formula, we get answer as a n minus of e plus 1 plus f is equal to 2. तो what does it mean? कि कोई भी ग्राफ आप ले लो जिसमें e plus 1 एज है, तो उसके लिए फॉर्मूला वर्क करेगी. That is right, n minus of e plus 1 plus f is equal to 2. So that's the proof of the Euler formula. And then after we was discuss one corollary, how we can prove this corollary and what is the importance of that. Okay, if we need to create any graph, suppose कि हम कोई graph create कर रहे हैं with any number of edges, and we have to check that it should be the simple graph. So how many edges required to create a simple planar graph? So that is by using this inequality, we can identify the answer. For example, suppose कि आपके पास 5 vertex है and you have to create a planar graph, okay, arbitrary any shape. So it should be the planar also. So how many edges required? So edges कितनी required होंगी? E less than or equal to 3 into 5 minus 6, and that can be right as a 15 minus 6, and 15 minus 6 will be 9. So up to 9 edges you can consider to create such planar graph. Okay, up to the 9 edges, means if we take 10 edges, suppose मैं 10 edges लेता हूँ, तो this graph not be the planar as well as not a simple. Okay, so that is the meaning of this formula. And after we was derive some examples how we can verify that. Okay, Euler formula. And then after we was discuss the graph duality of geometric dual. And what is the definition? We have one planar graph G, and its geometric dual G star is constructed by placing a vertex in each regions of the G, including also exterior regions. And if two regions have an edge in common, then joining the corresponding vertices by edge E dash crossing only the E, then dual G star is again a planar graph, and that is known as a dual graph of the G. So how we can create? First you have to consider a planar graph. ठीक है, आपको एक planar graph consider करना है. It is a planar graph, and let us consider this edge. So first identify how many regions this graph involve. So it is 1, 2, and 1 is for outside. 3 regions are contained. So now in the next step, place a one vertex to the each region. को एक vertex आपको place करना है, ठीक है, region में कहीं पे भी. So there are 3 regions, 2 are the inside and 1 is outside. So here we'll place the 3 vertices to that, and now check that which 2 regions are adjacent. ठीक है, तो here 1 and 2 are adjacent. Why they are adjacent? Because इस दो रीजन के बीच में एक कॉमन एज है. ठीक है, तो therefore you can say that 1 and 2 are adjacent faces, adjacent region. So connect the vertex of 1 and 2 by the edge which cross this edge कि जिसके लिए वो adjacent है, ठीक है, जिसके थ्रू वो adjacent है. So cross this edge and connect the two vertices 1 and 2. Okay, and similarly region 1 and 3 are also adjacent. ठीक है, ये पूरा थर्ड रीजन है, ठीक है, एक्सटीरियर बाउंड्री. तो आपको सभी साइड कंसिडर करनी है, ठीक है, ग्राफ की सभी साइड आपको कंसिडर करनी है टू चेक द एडजेसेंसी रिलेशन. तो 1 and 2 आर एडजेसेंट बाय दिस बिलो एज, ठीक है, इस एज से वो एडजेसेंट है. क्रॉस दिस एज एंड कनेक्ट द 1 and 3. Similarly 1 and 3 are also adjacent by this side, by this left hand side edge. So connect the 1 and 3 and cross this edge. Okay, and similarly 2 and 3, so 2 and 3 are adjacent by this right hand side edge. So cross this edge and connect the 2 and 3. And similarly 2 and 3 are also adjacent by this upper edge. So cross this upper edge and connect the 2 and 3. So this black graph is known as a dual graph of the G. Okay, so that is known as a G star. So here the procedure is given that we have one example here. First, it should be the planar because we cannot identify dual graph for non-planar graph. And then choose the one point inside each faces of the plane drawing. So this graph here. So first let us check the regions. That is a region 1, it is a 2, it is a 3, and that is, let us say, fourth one. Okay, so there are 4 regions are contained in this graph. And then after we'll place one vertex to the each regions of this graph. Okay, तो सभी में एक एक वर्टेक्स हमने प्लेस किया. दिस ब्लू कलर, ब्लू पॉइंट इज नोन एज अ वर्टेक्स ऑफ द G star, and these are the point, means these points are the vertex of the G star. ठीक है, ये 4 वर्टेक्स है, दैट इज अ वर्टेक्स ऑफ ड्यूअल ग्राफ. तो अब आपको एडजेसेंसी चेक करना है. सो इन द नेक्स्ट स्टेप यू हैव टू चेक द एडजेसेंसी रिलेशन if two faces are adjacent by an edge which intersect the same edge which connect the both adjacent faces. So after you have to check these two faces and connect these two vertices. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here 1 and 2 are adjacent by this edge, by this common edge. So connect the 1 and 2, cross this edge. Similarly 2 and 3 are also adjacent faces by this edge, but 1 and 3 are not adjacent. ठीक है, 1 and 3 faces are not adjacent faces. उन दोनों के बीच में कोई common edge नहीं है. ठीक है, so 1 and 3 are not adjacent. So now check the 1 with 4. So 1 and 4 are adjacent by this below edge. 1 and 4 are also adjacent by this upper edge. So cross this edge, connect the 1 and 4. 2 and 4 are adjacent by this below edge. 2 and 4 are adjacent by this upper edge. So connect the 2 and 4. Okay, 3 and 4 are adjacent by this below edge, and 3 and 4 are adjacent by this upper edge. Okay, and still one edge which is lying entirely in this region. Okay, lying entirely in the one region, that is the edge E, let us say. तो उसके लिए क्या करना है, अगर एनी ग्राफ कंटेंट दिस टाइप ऑफ सिचुएशन, दिस टाइप ऑफ एजेस के पूरी एज और पूरा वर्टेक्स दैट इज लाइंग इन एंटायरली वन रीजन. सो उसके लिए क्या करना है कि क्रिएट वन सेल्फ लूप फ्रॉम द वर्टेक्स, फ्रॉम द वर्टेक्स विच लाइंग इन दिस रीजन. तो क्रिएट वन सेल्फ लूप विच क्रॉस दिस एज. यहाँ से एक सेल्फ लूप आपको क्रिएट करनी है जिस ई को क्रॉस करना है, एंड यू टू कंसिडर लूप फ्रॉम 4 to 4. ठीक है, so that is one dual graph of the G star. Okay, so both are same. Okay, you can also consider this sideway edge, that is similar. And then after there is a few observations that we was discussed. First one is a connected planar graph G, and G star is also connected and planar graph. Okay, so let us check one example here, and from this we'll check this all result. This is a graph, planar graph here, which contain the 4 vertices, 5 edges, and let us create a dual graph. और second option है इसमें each plane drawing of the G gives rise to only one dual graph, means we can get only one dual graph for any planar graph. It means it is unique. We can create a unique dual graph for any planar graph. So this is a planar graph of this graph. So it is also planar. Okay, G planar है तो G star भी planar ही है, because no two any edge of the G star are intersect. कोई भी दो एज G star की intersect नहीं हो रही है, means it is a planar. And this is always a unique graph. Okay, एक ही graph आपको मिलेगा and that is unique. Third one, number of vertices of the G star, that is equal to number of face of the G. Number of edges vertices of the G star. तो G star में कितना vertices है? 3 vertices है. Okay, that is a 1, 2 and 3. And how many faces to the graph G? There is a 3 faces. So let us compare this both situation. A G star contain 3 vertices and that equal to number of face. Okay. Second one, number of edge of the G star is equal to number of edge of the G. तो दोनों में equal edge है. So let us check that. Check the red graph. How many edges? There is a 5 edges. So edges is equal to 5 to the graph G. And how many edges to the G star? It is also 5. Okay. So both contain same number of edges. Third one, number of face of the G star is equal to number of vertices of the G. Number of faces of the G star is equal to number of vertices of the G. So what is meaning? How many faces the graph G star is contain. So let's draw it here, so we'll get exact idea for the faces. So this is shape that we consider in this dual graph. Okay, so how many faces the graph G star contain? It is a 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, 4 faces are involved. So f is equal to 4. And how many vertices of the graph G? That is a 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that is are the same. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the few observations for dual graph. And then after we will discuss the self dual graph. And what is meaning of self dual graph? Okay, we have a dual graph, and when we say it is a self dual, so if G and G star are isomorphic graph, then we can say this both graph are a self dual graph. Okay, दोनों graph isomorphic होना चाहिए, means they are a one-to-one correspond relation. Okay, between these two graph, edges, vertices, okay, and so on. So यहाँ पे एक example दिया गया है K4 and K4 star. So this is a graph of the K4. ये K4 है, and this is a black graph is known as a K4 star. So we'll check this both graph are isomorphic or not. Okay, so first create a dual graph, mention check the regions, then after place a vertex to the each region, place vertex to the each region, and then after create a dual graph. So this black graph is a dual graph and this red graph is a actual graph. So let us check the isomorphic condition. Okay, they are one-to-one map or not. Okay, so both contain same vertices, same number of edges. Okay, दोनों में equal number of vertices, equal number of edge है. तो अब क्या चेक करना है हमें? one-to-one way, one-to-one correspond relation. So degree of each vertex of the K4 should be exist in the K4 star. Okay, means image should be exist in the dual graph. So यहाँ पे degree of A है 3. So, and it is incidence with 3 other vertices B, C and D, which is also the degree 3. So find such vertex in the dual graph, which is a degree 3, and it is also incidence with 3 other vertices whose degree is also 3. So here, this vertex I can consider, otherwise this vertex is 4 possibility I have, which is degree 3, and it is also connected with the 3 other vertices, which is also the degree 3. So let us use this vertex is image of A, that is A star, and then after the 3 connections from the A, it is let us say B star, it is a C star and is D star, okay, which is also the degree 3. So they are now isomorphic. So we can say this both graph are a self dual graph. And there is one result for the self dual graph, okay, all wheel graph are a self dual graph. तो wheel graph क्या है? So wheel graph means it is a graph formed by connecting a single universal vertex to all vertices of the cycle. What does it mean? Okay, if it is denoted by Wn and we create a W4 graph, so first 4 vertices you have to consider in W4. So take one vertex to the inside and place these three vertices to the boundary. ठीक है, and create one cycle to the boundary. एक साइकिल आपको यहाँ पे बनानी है, मीन्स यू टू कनेक्ट दिस ऑल द थ्री वर्टाइसेस, और जो मिडल में वर्टेक्स है दैट इज नोन एज ए यूनिवर्सल वर्टेक्स. ओके, so this vertex should be connected to all vertices of the cycle, so that is known as a W4. Okay, then after W5, W6, W7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and so on. If we check this 8 below graph, so you can check that they are in wheel shape. Okay, के सेंटर है और सभी वर्टेक्स बाउंड्री पे प्लेस्ड है. So it is one types of wheel you can observe here. Okay, so that is known as a wheel graph, and wheel graph are a self dual graph, means it geometric dual are isomorphic. So let us check it geometric dual, three regions to the inside and one for the outside. So connect this two and this two and consider the outside regions. So this is known as a self dual. Okay, it's dual graph, and let us check it self dual. So mention the vertices A, B, C and D, and as you can check that all vertices have degree 3. तो W4 स्टार मीन्स ड्यूअल ग्राफ में भी सभी वर्टेक्स की डिग्री 3 है. एंड हाउ मेनी वर्टाइसेस हियर, 4 वर्टाइसेस. तो W4 में भी कितने हैं, 4 वर्टाइस है. सो वी कैन इजीली मैप 1-to-1 correspond, means we can easily identify image of each vertex of the W4 is exists in the W4 star. Okay, so we can say, let us say it is A star, that is a B star, okay, C star and D star. So we can easily map. So it means all dual graph, all wheel graph will be the self dual graph. And now next topic is the graph coloring. So what is meaning of graph coloring? Graph coloring is nothing but a simple way of labeling graph components, such as the vertices, edges, regions under some constraint. ठीक है, ग्राफ कलरिंग क्या है, you to apply the coloring to the graph components. Graph components means vertices है, edges है, regions है. You to label the graph, okay, by using some condition. So what is the conditions? So let us check in the first one. Okay, you have to create a vertex coloring, means you have to fill the vertex to all the we have to fill the color to the all vertices of the graph. That is known as a vertex coloring. So what is its definition? Vertex coloring is an assignment of the colors to the vertices of the graph G such that no two adjacent vertices have the same color. Vertex coloring is an assignment of the color to the vertices of any graph such that no two adjacent vertices have the same color. दो adjacent vertex में same color आपको fill नहीं करना है. And simply we can put that no two vertices of an edge should be the same color. For example, if you consider one graph here, let us use this simple graph of 4 vertices only. So now apply the vertex to the each, apply the color to the each vertex. A, B, C, D, there are 4 vertices. So start with any color. It is not fixed that you have to put always one color there. Start with any color. Let us start with the blue. And so I fill the vertex A by blue color. So now B and D are adjacent with A. Okay? B and D vertex are adjacent with the vertex A. So I cannot put blue color to the B and D. Okay? So I use another color for that. So let us start with the red. So I apply the red color to the vertex B. Okay? I apply the red color to the vertex B. Now for the third vertex. The third vertex is C, so I cannot put red color here. I cannot use now red color. Why? Because C के साथ B adjacent है, ठीक है, बट A के साथ C adjacent नहीं है, तो यहाँ पे मैं blue color use कर सकता हूँ, ठीक है, because A and C are not adjacent, so I can use here blue color. यहाँ पे मैं blue color use कर सकता हूँ. Otherwise, you can use another color in place of that. You can also use the different color in place of blue. Let us say a white, ठीक है. But one possibility is you can use a blue color here. Why you can use the blue color again? Because A और C के बीच में कोई connection नहीं है. There is no any direct edge between A and C. So you can use the blue color, otherwise any another color in place of that. And now for D, तो for D के लिए आप blue color otherwise white color use नहीं कर सकते. You cannot use the blue color also here, but you can use the red color. Why it is red color? Because B and D are not adjacent. B and D are not adjacent, so you can fill the vertex D by a red color. Okay, so otherwise you can use a different color. Okay, let us say a green. So 4 different color I use here: blue, red, white and green. And by using the 2 color only, we can also fill the vertex coloring. Okay, which 2 color? Blue and red only. Okay, so this is one definitions, and next one is a chromatic number. Chromatic number means how many minimum number of color is required for vertex coloring. That is known as a chromatic number. Minimum possibility of vertex, its value is known as a chromatic number, and that is denoted by x of g. X of g का मतलब क्या है? Okay, that is known as a chromatic value, chromatic number. So what is the chromatic number of this graph? Okay, we have to use the minimum possibility of the color. Minimum possibility. तो minimum possibility कितनी होगी यहाँ पे? Blue, and opposite C I also fill the blue color, and here red and red. So chromatic number of this graph is equal to the 2. Okay, that is equal to the 2 here. Done. And chromatic number for a null graph and the graph which is not a null graph, it is greater than 2. Let us check in this example. Two graph is given. One is a null graph, means there is no any edge. That type of graph is known as a null graph. So what is the chromatic number for null graph? यहाँ पे कोई एज ही नहीं है, तो इंसिडेंट एडजेसेंसी का तो सवाल ही नहीं है. ठीक है, तो आई कैन यूज अ सिंगल कलर फॉर each vertices. So I use the red color to the each vertices, and so chromatic number of null graph, that is equal to the 1. Okay, why it is 1? Because यहाँ पे adjacency relation ही नहीं है. There is no any adjacency relation between two vertices. So chromatic number for this graph is a 1. And now graph which is not a null graph, means include at least one edges. Okay, so उसके लिए chromatic number क्या आएगा? It is always x of g greater than equal to 2. Okay, it is always greater than equal to 2. So why it is greater than equal to 2? Let us check in this graph. One square is given that. So what is the chromatic number of the square? ठीक है, तो ये first vertex है A. I start with the red color, then after B, C and D. So now I cannot use the red color to the B and D. ठीक है, B और D को मैं red color use नहीं कर सकता. क्यों? Because B and D are adjacent with the vertex A. ठीक है, so use another color, let us say green. And now for vertex C, so we use the minimum possibility of the color. Okay, that you have to consider here. So now I can use a red color here. Why it is red? Because A और C के बीच में कोई relation नहीं है. There is no any direct edge between A and C. So use red color again to the place C. And now use green color again to the place D. ठीक है, D को आप green color use कर सकते हो. क्यों? क्योंकि D और B के बीच में कोई relation नहीं. So what is the chromatic number for this graph? That is a 2. Okay. Now use the another graph. Let us use this relation and we'll create one complete graph for that. So यहाँ पे एक result है for complete graph theory. कंप्लीट ग्राफ में क्रोमेटिक नंबर क्या होता है? ठीक है, सो जितने वर्टेक्स है उतने ही कलर रिक्वायर्ड है फॉर क्रिएट अ वर्टेक्स कलरिंग टू द कंप्लीट ग्राफ. सो इन कंप्लीट ग्राफ each vertex is adjacent to remaining n-1, and hence each vertex is required a new color, and hence the chromatic number of the kn is equal to n. तो यहाँ पे एक ग्राफ है k4 का. ठीक है, that I drawn here. That is graph of K4, 4 vertices, and each and every vertex are connected to each other. Means degree of every vertex is equal to 3. ठीक है, ग्राफ में सभी वर्टेक्स की डिग्री क्या है? 3 है. So start with the vertex A, B, C and D. Okay, so start with the vertex A. So let us start with the red color. Okay, I fill this vertex by red color. So now I cannot use red color to the place B, C and D. Why? Because A is adjacent with all the remaining 3 vertices. तो यहाँ पे कहीं पे भी रेड कलर यूज अब नहीं कर सकता, ठीक है. There is no any possibility there. So now start with the B, use another color, let us say green. Okay, I fill the vertex B by green color. So now I cannot use green color to the B and C and D. Okay, because C and D both are adjacent with the vertex B. So let us use another color for the C, let us say white color. Okay, so use the white color to the place C. So now I cannot use white color to the place D also because they are connected. So now use the another color, let us say a black. Okay, so how many color required to the K4? That equal to the number of vertices. जितने vertex है ग्राफ में उतने ही कलर आपको चाहिए, ठीक है. Similarly for K5 में कितने vertex है? 5 vertices. So what is the chromatic number of K5? Is equal to 5. K6 में कितने vertex है? 6 vertex है, तो K6 का chromatic number क्या हुआ? 6. Okay. K9 में 9 vertex है, तो K9 का chromatic number क्या हुआ? 9. So that is a point. And next one is a region coloring. Region coloring means you have to consider a planar graph. So definition है region coloring की. Region coloring is an assignment of colors to the regions of planar graph. To the region of planar graph such that no two adjacent regions have the same color. No two adjacent regions have the same color, and two regions are said to be adjacent if they have a common edge. ठीक है. इस तरह से हम ड्यूअल ग्राफ बनाते हैं. ड्यूअल ग्राफ हम कैसे बनाते हैं कि चेक द टू एडजेसेंट रीजन, and if they are adjacent you have to connect these two faces, two regions, okay, by the edge. So same condition will implement here to apply the region coloring. Okay, so here one graph is given, same graph that we checked earlier. It is a planar graph, and how many regions to this planar graph? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and here you have to consider the graph only, so there is no any need to involve the exterior region. Okay, exterior region की कोई जरूरत नहीं है because we consider the inside block only. So here this 1 and 2, okay, means region A, B and B, F, C. 1 and 2 are adjacent faces. Okay, so if we start with the region 1 by a blue color, यहाँ पे मैं blue color apply कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है. So I cannot use blue color to the region B. Okay, why? Because 1 and 2 are adjacent faces. So now I use another color in place of that. Let us say a black. Okay, I use a black color. And now 1 and 3 are not adjacent faces. ठीक है, 1 और 3 के बीच में कोई रिलेशन नहीं है, तो I can use a blue color again to this place. Okay, and similarly 1, 2, 3 with 4. तो 2, 4 adjacent है, ठीक है, because उन दोनों के बीच में कॉमन एज है. बट 1 and 3 आर नॉट एडजेसेंट विद द 4. ठीक है, रीजन 1 and 3 4 के साथ कनेक्टेड नहीं है. वर्टेक्स कनेक्टेड है, देयर इज ई इज कॉमन देयर, बट नो एनी एज कॉमन बिटवीन 1 and 3 to the 4. Okay, so I can use a blue color here. Okay, so how many color required? Only 2. So that is here mentioned. So here is a red color. These are the blue. That is a red color. That is a blue also, and that is a blue also. So answer is a 2. 2 color is required to fill the vertex color. Okay, to the region coloring. So that is the way you can define the region coloring, and then after the applications of this graph coloring, where it is need. Okay, so if we consider the engineering applications, so they are using the clustering, then after data mining, image capturing, then after image segmentation, networking, resource allocation, and process scheduling. So this main topic we have, okay, where the need of a graph theory. But now check the real life applications of the graph coloring. consider any map. For example, let us take Gujarat state. Okay, Gujarat का map हम लेते हैं तो each district. So how we can identify each district map? District का map आपको check करना है. Let us take Rajkot, Ahmedabad, Surat, Vadodara. Okay, Junagadh. So how we can mention the boundaries of that? So we can use the graph coloring to the map, to coloring the map, and then after we can identify up to this, that is Rajkot boundaries, up to this, that is Ahmedabad, that is Jamnagar, Surat, and so on. Okay, so graph coloring is need to the map, and then after let's take India's map. Okay, and we observe the whole state, Gujarat, MP, Rajasthan, okay, Delhi, and so on, all remaining. So now check the Gujarat. So how we can define the boundaries of the Gujarat? So we can use the coloring to the Rajkot and Rajasthan, Gujarat and Rajasthan, Gujarat and MP, Gujarat and Maharashtra. To use the different color there, so you can identify that up to this regions, up to this level, up to this boundary, that is a part of the Gujarat. So there need of graph coloring topic. Okay, is it clear? Is there any doubt in any topic of this unit? Because this is a last topic of this unit and we complete the unit number 6. So is there any doubt in this topic, any topic of this unit? Anyone? So we can revise it, otherwise we'll start the exercise.
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay. Remaining student, is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Good. Okay, good. So this is the end of the graph theory. There are 3 main unit in this graph theory you was learned. First unit is a basic unit. Then after second one, we learn some applications of the graph related to matrix, cut set form. Then after isomorphism theory. And then in third unit, we learn the planar and non-planar graph. Okay, so these are the applications of the graph theory. Okay. So now next one is a exercise that. So start exercise one by one and create a geometric dual. Okay, so first one is a find the dual graph. So how we can create dual graph? First, we'll check the regions. It should be the planar. So it is a planar graph here. There are 3 inside and 1 is for outside. So place 1 vertex to the each one. And now check that which 2 are adjacent. So 1 and 2 are adjacent, 2 and 3 are adjacent, but 1 and 3 are not adjacent. Now check for 1 with 4. Then after 2 with 4 and 3 with 4. So this is a dual graph of that, okay? And you will get this type of answer. Now check the second one.